today. It's so pretty. Ignore the banging and the birds because it's also quite very windy. I'm baking today, girls. I'm baking. Be excited for me. Be excited for me. So I have two things on the itinerary I want to do. I want to bake focaccia and I want to bake banana bread with chocolate chunks because that sounds delicious. And I have not baked since Christmas. I did cheesecake at Christmas. Peak, but I have not actually baked in a very long time. So we're gonna do that, and you're gonna come with me. You're gonna enjoy it. You are gonna enjoy it. Don't lie. You are. My workstation, as you can see. You're following. I'll put bread flour, table salt, sea salt. I want to use garlic, olive oil. Oh, yeast and honey. That's all I need. So we have changed the we've changed the camera angle because you A, couldn't see me, but B, it also just looked silly. When I get to the actual like mixy, I may move you, but we're gonna start. Why have this and then not? Look. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, right. So I have to. So what was the fuck? I might as well have been able to open it from the top. We're using the bigger bowl because I've figured it out now. Pint glass. Kind of hot water. Supposed to be a pint of it, but we're gonna do just the jug of this is very hot. Okay. Right, and then half a pint of kind of cold water. That's a very hot glass now, so we're gonna have to leave it. About that much of cold water, and now that's cooled the glass down, I can actually hold it. What a win! People use honey, or I'm gonna use honey in my recipe just because I like honey more, and also I think maybe it's a bit more effective, question mark? I don't know. So, tablespoon of Focaccia and yeast. I would just use a tablespoon, I think. Yeah. Okay, there's not enough left to leave it in there, so we're just gonna pour it in. Delicious, delectable. Never mind. I don't have enough honey. I do have enough honey, but I like my honey, so I'm not gonna bastardize my honey just because I want it. I'm gonna use sugar because it's here. I'm gonna check if it's 1 or it's 2 tablespoons, but I will be back. Oh, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Just frothy water. Right. We're gonna leave that for 5-10 minutes and come back to it. It was a whole one of these. Isn't that cool? That's like a tablespoon, even though it says it's 7 grams. You want it to be a little frothy from what I've looked at. I'm gonna leave this to the side and leave it for 5 or 10 minutes till it like gets to a different consistency, question mark. I'm gonna start on my banana bread because I can, but not for any particular reason. But I'm gonna start with chocolate chunks. I don't think I'm using the whole bar, but I'll probably use a good half of it because I want to make. I'm also gonna move the camera angle upwards because you don't need to see me chopping shit up. You could be. I feel so much like I cannot watch me. I feel like we're friends from this angle, you know. This is 74% dark cacao chocolate. Ugh. I love dark chocolate. Look, it's one of the few things that I genuinely look at that. Look how like. But I also don't have taste buds. I was gonna be like, people don't get why I like dark chocolate, and I thought for a second, I was like, no, people have their reasons to not like dark chocolate. I get it. It's very dark, especially 74%. That's like painfully dark, but I like it. I like it. Maybe it's just because I don't have taste buds, but I was going to use my usual knife, but I think I'm going to have to use this one because it's probably going to be quite harsh. I'm not going to make this into like thin chips, but I kind of want it to be... Actually, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I kind of want them to be a little big, but also like kind of a reasonable size. That way... Oh god. I hate the sound of cutting things on a chopping board. Just, I don't know why. It gives me like... freaks me out a bit. Reminds me of like being a kid and like watching my mum cook a roast, like in a good way, because like that was great, but like hearing her cut up like carrots and potatoes and shit always kind of freaked me out because it's just the loudest thing in the room. I don't want to do too much because hi, show you Bella, show you my dog. Is that you? Showing her with the front camera. Hi. Say hello. Fucking silly dog. She's such a bag. Whenever I'm in this kitchen, she's always like, is there food? So, I've been trying to stave her away from that. There's nothing on the floor, Bella, and you can't have chocolate. Always another thing with this fucking dog. Not much, but sneaky taste test. It's nice, but I think it's because it's painful. Because I'm like, it's bitter as fuck, but just, it tastes good. I don't get why people don't like it. But it tastes fantastic. Kind of smells like Horlicks. If you've ever had Horlicks. If you've ever had that type of stuff. Look how big my bread flour is and my strong flour. I feel like this could be like an arm workout. I get why bakers are like dense now. I get why they've got massive arms because these are like fucking heavy. Fuck. I thought I fucked it up. I thought like I touched it maybe a little too much when I looked at it the second time, but like look, there's bubbles. There's bubbles. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't fuck it up. And we're gonna do for the recipe, I need 2 pints, really funny way of saying that, 2 pints of bread flour. So, okay. Slow and steady wins the race, people. Slow and fucking steady. Okay, a little bit more. You know what? Never mind. I was, but then I realised, what's the point? You know what I mean? So, now we have that. Oh my god. Oh my god, you can see like the yeast working with the flour. That's so interesting. Okay. Right, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Why do I always smell the things that I open? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Don't want to get... I'm going to be opening that in a minute anyway, but if this makes it easier to mix, I'm going to get really annoyed that I put it in at the end of the process. I'm going to get really annoyed and it's going to really, really fuck me over. Okay, it's a little easier, but not that much actually in retrospect. God. This is going to double in size. I need to say that now, because like, I'm going to forget that it's going to double in size, and by double it means like... fucking double, because this is already quite a lot of focaccia. I might need to use 2 trays to cook this, because this is a lot of focaccia. That is so satisfying. You know when people were like obsessed with playing with slime? That's this. This is like adult slime. It's great. I'm gonna cover this with a tea towel and let it rise. Use this. Just cover up. You can kind of hear it still popping. That's kind of cool. Banana bread. Ignore if you can hear the washing machine. I'm going to try and maybe cut it out if you can hear it too much. But don't sue me. Things need doing. So, 3 bananas. She was excited, wasn't she? Good. I heard from other recipes that you shouldn't do Can you eat bananas when they're brown at the bottom? Like, is that allowed? I'm not going to do that. That is, I don't eat things that freak me out, and that freak me out. That's enough. So we're going to do 2 bananas, and then put the last one in so it still has like that banana-y texture, if that makes sense. Look at how nice it is to cook with ripe bananas. This recipe, I'm working not off a recipe because I know how to make banana bread. This is not a new and scary experience for me. I know how to make banana bread, so thanks. Again. Now I know, because when you make banana bread, you want it to be a certain consistency. It's not necessarily about like it being cinnamon. So let's move these over. Let's mash some bananas, shall we? I love using this bowl for like baking, like specifically like cake baking. I don't think like necessarily anything else. Just because it's like it's got like a spout to it. I don't know where we got this from. I think this bowl is probably as old as I am. Maybe it's a little younger than me. We have a massive one. I don't love using the massive one because it's an effort to clean more than anything else. But these are a little probably too unripe, but I don't really care because I want to cook. So keep mashing. We're gonna get there eventually. I hate the sound it makes. Like, it's like, you know when people hate the word moist? Like, I don't hate the word moist. I think damp for me is what moist is. Like, moist is fine. Damp is a little too much. Is it dry into wet or wet into dry? I'm gonna do wet first. Just because I hate putting, like, these are so little. I was gonna do 1 egg if they weren't big enough, but these are so small. 1 egg. These are a bit pasty white. Is that right? Always wash your hands after using egg, even if you're in like a country that has pasteurized eggs. I don't trust it, okay? It's a personal thing. I'm also not adding salt to the recipe because I'm using salted butter. I'm just not using salt. There's the answer to your question if anyone wanted to ask it. We're not using a ton of it, just a little amount. Not that much. Do 2 pats of butter. 2 pats! Love you, Pat. Nothing wrong with you, Pat. I love sounding like. Done. So, cinnamon, I'm going to start with. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. If it wants to come out. Let me just pour it. Might be a bit easier that way. I love cinnamon. Put oil on the bottom of it. Usually I do butter, but I just can't be fucked. Probably too much. It's fine. Just gonna use my hands, struggle across the sides. Again, usually my banana breads, they come out. They come out of the tin. Satisfying. So put it in. Okay, I'm not gonna tilt it because it's just gonna pour out. See? Delicious. I hope my hand wasn't in the way there because I'm not refilming that. So delicious. I'm all gonna put the rest of my chocolate chips on. Do people still lick the spoon? I hope that hasn't been lost on our future generations. I sound like such an old woman right now. I hope that hasn't been lost because my childhood was spent making bread and biscuits and stuff, and pizza and things like that. And if we no longer cook and lick the bowl as a child, what are we doing? What are we doing with life? Because that is miserable. It's a miserable existence. I feel bad for any child who's not allowed to lick the bowl because their ma's a pussy. That sounds very mean. I learned this tip recently. Stainless steel. When I peeled the garlic off camera because I peeled it off camera because it was too much fucking effort. I'm gonna be honest. I had to use 2 hands, and I'd already touched it, and I wasn't touching my phone to do that shit. Actually, kind of working. Just wanking off a spoon. It's my favorite way to spend a Saturday. Better. Okay. I'm gonna wash this. Banana bread is in. Banana bread is close to being done. Oh, looks good. Let me show. Look at that. Let me open it. Let's start the focaccia then, because it's been an hour. Look at that. It's double in size, that's mad. Okay, so we're just going to pour it in. Oh, actually. Look at it, it's so forgiving, huh? We're going to put a bit of oil on the bottom. Just going to swirl it around. A bit on the side. Just A, so it doesn't stick, but B, so it's nice and dewy. That's so satisfying. Don't mind me just fingering the dough. God, that's so satisfying. Okay. So it has a little easier time getting out. Oh, that's so nice. Right. Just gonna pour it out. If she wants to behave, that's... Whoa! Don't fall. Actually, that fits perfectly. I thought, because of how this might get bigger, is the only thing, is my worry. I'm just going to get all of this from the bottom. My little co-chef has come behind me. Co-chef? Co-baker? Whatever it's called. Sous chef. Sous baker. You sue you, baker. Sue you. Waste it. Right. This looks very good. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to it. Then we've got to let it sit for another half an hour. And then we're done. Good night, focaccia. First bite. There's a lot of chocolate in it. Fuck, that's really nice. Probably could have put less chocolate in it, but I like it. This is the first thing I'm eating today. That's why I'm eating it so fast. Look. It's just so fluffy and so perfect. I think I'm gonna cry. Delicious. Proofed. She's pretty. She's very pretty. I'm gonna add the garlic off camera because it's gonna be a lot of effort, but you know, I'm gonna proof with you, and then we're gonna dollop it. I'll come back. And we are ready to plop. Oh, that's so satisfying. Look at all those bubbles that are coming up. That's crazy. I'm gonna say that's finished. Would you say? I'm done. I'm gonna put it in the oven and we will be back. Oh, that looks delectable. The garlic has done a really... It's very soft, which is kind of what you want. Sorry, I'm not showing you. It's kind of what you want. It's that perfect crust. See how soft the garlic actually is. Oh, no, it's good. It smells so much like garlic and salt. Oh, that's going to be delectable when I cut it up and eat it. But look how much it rose. It was like in here, remember? So it's like risen like a motherfucker, but it looks really good. Really dimply. It's probably going to be really airy. Delicious. And we're done. That was a lot, and it's really hot outside, so I'm really, really warm now. That was like a full-on 2-hour workout. And that's okay, but banana bread is great. I'm still waiting for the focaccia to settle, and then I'm probably going to make a sandwich with it at some point today or tomorrow. I'm very excited, but you probably won't see that, so I thought I'd say goodbye to you now. That way I can, you know, get this out at a normal time. Very excited, so hope you enjoyed it, because this was very calm and didn't really do anything interesting. I did something interesting, it was just more practical interesting than like visually pretty. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat all that stuff, and I'm gonna see you later. Kisses!